Let's for serve.
Something I want you guys at home to be aware of. It's
15.
what he's doing a little more often with that second serve. He's not always going with the kicker. A lot of the time he hits the slider out wide on the juice and the Foss slider down the middle on the ad.
30.
As we've seen in the first 3 matches he played here at Melbourne Park, he has also increased the speed of that second serve. There's less difference between the first serve speed and the second serve speed.
Because I remember having a conversation with Raunic's coach, who coached him from I think about 11 or 10 till he was 17, Casey Curtis, and he believed that in order to have a great second serve it should be about 80 to 85% the speed of the first. That's what Sampras's was.
Djokovic. Let for serve.
Well, guys, it's not a practice. The match has already started. You'll see many of these rallies. This is the way Simon likes to play, just a couple meters behind the baseline and using the speed of the opponents, being more like a counter puncher. But today he's not going to find someone who's going to stab himself and running into an ambush.
11 quality strikes each in that rally.
Sigh of relief walking back to that baseline, because I think he was looking at the scoreboard and expecting it to be love 30.
Normally that backhand so reliable.
Let for serve.
Gilles knows he has to hit the ball probably a little bit harder than he normally does, and also play a little closer to the baseline than he normally does. He's probably seen Seppi play against Novak in the second and the third set. He did well there,
yes,
by getting closer to the baseline, because otherwise you can't get the ball away. You're not going to get any winner. I think Novak feels quite comfortable playing against Simon, not only showing us the result, 9-0 in the last 9 matches, but it's just Simon is not really hurting him.
Yep.
He's giving him some rhythm. I think we'll have a chat about it a little later, about what maybe coach of Simon said to him, because he said he had an angle on beating Djokovic, maybe here and there.
2 break points. Before we speak about the coach, I want to know what Jukka Elting thinks. Okay, you're on $1 million
13,
bonus
14.
if you can coach Simon to the win today. What's the important strategy for you before we look at Jan de Wit's thoughts?
I mean, it's tough. You would ask someone to do something that's not his normal way of playing. I would give Novak, first of all, as little angle as possible. I would try to stay with his forehand a little bit more than with his backhand. If he goes off, it's on his forehand.
Correct.
But you need an awful good length on your shots and a decent pace. Otherwise, you still be the one running.
Advantage.
What I'm saying now is it's quite a mediocre strategy just to keep that going, you know, for a best-of-5 set match, winning 3 eventually.
There's a reason why Djokovic is the best player on the planet.
You have to attack his second serve if you get an eye on it.
Yes.
Simon is very fit though. He can run for days under these circumstances, and normally he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. This is actually quite a bad unforced error at game point in his first service game. He's a tidy player.
Advantage.
French guy,
Simon.
he's the best competitor day in and day out. Not blessed with the same sort of flair or natural talent. And I'm talking, when I say natural talent, natural shot-making talent. I'll tell you what, between the years, a lot of the other French players would love to have what he's got.
Game Simon.
It's gone well there. Take a couple of break points early on, steadied the ship.
One
Never
game.
nice when you go down a break early on such a big occasion like this.
Gonna have a look at Gilles' service action, and I think he's going to use this serve today just to try to get 80% first serves between 160 and 175. Just put it in court and not giving Djokovic any pace. I think that's one of the things that they're going to try today. So you're not going to be surprised on one of these blistering returns. Novak hit so many
15.
times where he takes that return on and he puts it right back on your feet again. You're right down the middle of the court. You just finish with your service motion, you have it back on your toes. He's going to try and prevent that.
Great camera angle here, low down to receive Djokovic's serve. I mean, that is ridiculously good. Nothing wrong with the return.
30 love.
Get the position tight to the baseline, on the half volley, in the corner.
As you can see here, every first or second shot Simon is playing down the middle of the court right here. It's actually a pretty good strategy. Also automatically mean you're going to have a very long afternoon.
Proving that he's such a complete player as well. He's no one-trick pony, this guy.
14-15.
First three shots of Simon were really down the middle. Then he gave him just a little bit too much angle on that last one, and Djokovic is on top of it. So, you know, I think his intentions are clear here from Simon.
Ruthless Djokovic on serve and a good start. Yeah, it's a day that's turned into sunglasses and hats day very quickly, Jaco. All-time greats, Margaret Court. So it's one of most Australian Opens, men or women. I think it's 11 if memory serves.
Australian Open is doing such a good job honoring all these players. They invite them to come over to the tournament. Many times they have a luncheon where one of them might be honored and put in the Hall of Fame. We've seen Rocket already yesterday.
Selection is so good in the rally. Jaco really chooses the wrong shot. Such a good tennis IQ.
Love 14.
Triple break points.
Djokovic.
Rock solid. He's keeping it watertight early on, and this time,
3 games to
world number one does indeed get the break to lead 3-1.
Great footwork. We saw Gilles' ball was going to be very difficult to handle. Just barely over the net.
So Margaret Court brought him right to the screen.
Sending some tweets on her Facebook page.
192 career titles. How big is that? Of course, 92 of those were in the Open era alone, Jaco. That's how good she was.
Especially knowing that at that time was also not easy to travel everywhere that quickly, and therefore not playing such a full schedule as most of the players are doing right now.
Won the French Open 4 times. 5 times, excuse me. Wimbledon 3, US Open 5 as well, 11 Australian Opens.
He's taking on the return, he's mixing up the pace now. He sees that one steady pace with not really fast baseline shots down the middle has not been working for him good enough, being down a break. So he's now mixing it up, attacking that second serve, trying to catch this man off guard. Big point here is playing well. He's moving very well now, Simon.
15-14.
Novak might take that forehand on and come in, but the moment he started retreating, he's playing that backhand off the back foot. This would be a nice response from the Frenchman to break back points.
Thirty 14.
Holding back, not hitting through the ball.
Pays the price. One of the sporting capitals of the world is Melbourne, Rod Laver Arena. The centerpiece of Melbourne Park, Margaret Arena, with a terracotta coloured roof just above it there. Make our way inside one of sport's greatest precincts. Back on serve here, one break apiece.
Love 15. Wait, please. Thank you.
Doing what he does best, Simon, here. He kind of lures you in, you know, he's throwing that little small fish out and waiting you for to come in, maybe on the wrong shot. And even Djokovic came in on something not great and he gets punished for it.
Yeah,
such a good counter punch.
Like a bit of the junk he throws at you as well. The slice forehand there that was short.
That low pace. First serve, 144. Not very fast. Ground strokes is really making Novak Djokovic having to accelerate himself. see Robbie this time he
30
served
all.
big 195, his hardest serve up to now, and that return was just back within a a heartbeat.
Yep. You mentioned that at the start. Jaco was suggesting it. Simon wasn't going to go too big on serve for that very reason.
40-30.
Almost just content with the fact that he's going to make a lot of serves, and he's going to have to work the point from then on in.
Yes.
A good look at that, didn't he? Again, it's the off-pace serve, and he's got the reply that he would have wanted, rather than the bullet that's come back at him.
Tennis rally that was. Such a high quality tennis from the baseline. Directing it from left to right, corner to corner, 37 shots straight. And Simon was getting under Djokovic's skin because it was Novak Djokovic wanting to get out of this rally by playing that drop shot.
Yeah, going toe-to-toe with the world number one. And coming out on top. That'll do the confidence the world of good.
Yes.
It's a tough part is doing them back-to-back points. As Djokovic can.
Now he missed his first serve, Simon here, which he has not done often. Only 1 out of 4 times he does that. And then the second time last was too weak. And you see Jan de Wit kind of complaining a little bit. I told you not to do that. It's not what we spoke about. Such a big point here. It's definitely a coach, Jan de Wit, who's going to be a big help to a lot of players. Also here to Simon. But even eventually, this guy is going to have to let it go because it's the player who's going to have to do it. You can stuff him with all information that you have. Sooner or later, it's going to have to be translated on court.
A very good analytical coach is Jan.
Game Simon.
What a great game that is. In the context of this match, after going down a break early 3-1, Simon does what he does
3 games
best.
over.
Competes like a champion and squared things up here at 3-all.
He has this rhythm going, and that Novak is intense, but not as intense as we've seen with his footwork over the last couple of matches. It's kind of a atmosphere Simon's creating on the court. If he can keep Novak in this frame of mind, there are opportunities. There are opportunities. He's mixing it up too much. He's starting to play drop shots from behind the baseline. Not finding the pace and the angles he usually gets from everybody else. Totally different style opponent he's encountering today.
Simon's best major result, reaching a quarterfinals here in 2009. Being ranked as high as number 6 in the world, so this guy's a proper player. Our sport's funny. You look at a guy like Gael Monfils, you look at the junior career, he had 3 of the 4 junior majors, and you think that he would go on to win many tournaments, would be a regular Grand Slam contender. But it's someone like Simon, who's won more titles than him. He's been ranked as high as number 6 in the world.
And also higher on average over the years. He knows to play that extra shot speed. He's so quick around the court. He knows so well where to go. He anticipates as well as one we spoke about many times is Andy Murray. There's a good feel for the game also on this last one. This volley too. Look on how he plays that from this angle. It's so difficult. Half volley down the line, highest part of the net and still dipping.
Measure the size of your heart. That's where Simon is outstanding if you're comparing him to somebody like Monfils. When Gael wants to play, yes, no doubt about it, the guy's world class, but you know, it's about doing that season upon season. Foul! Actually made that or not. Call came late.
Look at it, it's close. Djokovic challenging the call left baseline.
Overrule that.
It was called out.
Kind of near both the intersection of the baseline and the tram line. Oh, it is long.
Deuce, Djokovic has 2 challenges remaining.
A late call, but a correct one from the Lions person.
Funny, no call was made.
Yep.
And he wanted to challenge, but Novak said, "Don't worry. I know it was wrong. I know it's
out."
Out. Well played. But still, he's tentative of moving forward. He knows, like anybody else, that if you take the wrong time to attack against Simon, you're going to pay the price. Already here, once again, he has to play pretty difficult volley.
But he can do that. He will make that volley 9 times out of 10. Doesn't get enough credit for the good hands that he's got. Needs to be proactive.
Yes.
Really good feel on that backhand drop shot, but he's got the rhythm going there yet.
He's doing that because he sees Giles standing 2 or 3 meters behind the baseline.
Yep.
But even a drop shot, you know, Giles is going to get there easily most of the time. He's so fast. It has to be a perfect one.
Especially on a hard court. Conditions are warm, so that ball's got a bit more energy. A little bouncier. Colder the conditions, less the ball bounces.
You still have 3.
Giles is moving forward, but the ball was so slow because it hit the tape and it doesn't leave a mark. But he felt it was still wide in the center service line, which is difficult to overrule for the umpire.
Service.
Plumb on the line.
Wow.
Advantage, Simon. Simon has to challenge.
It was not a double fault, it was like a quadruple fault. It almost went underneath the net at second serve.
Gilt-edged opportunity this is for the Frenchman. That second serve I keep telling you about.
Yes.
176, it was actually bigger than the first.
And he does it on big points, goes to the forehand. Catches so many of the players unaware. Everybody's just used to that regulation kicker on the big point.
Giles is really making Novak feel uncomfortable. He's moving well, he's putting a lot of balls back in play, tries to slow the ball down, slow the rally down every opportunity he has. Novak was inside the baseline, ended up playing behind the baseline again, and starts to play tentative at the end of the rally, all within 15 shots.
Yes.
And these mistakes then are very costly.
Yeah, when you get your opportunities against best players, the very least you've got to make them win the point. Can't donate a break point with an unforced error if you're Simon.
Advantage, Djokovic.
You always get a look at a few, but there are only going to be so many.
So they also a good question. The base level of play is so high. Taking a page out of Novak's book there with the backhand return down the line.
Yes.
That's that kicker they normally are expecting, and it finally came, and he was on top of that. He was all over that.
His backhand down the line is world class. Sneaky good. Change direction seamlessly on it. You can't see it coming. How do you like that?
Just coming back to that point before this great one, we saw one winner for Simon. Briefly, we saw that.
Yes.
Imagine you're already on your third break point here in this game against Novak Djokovic to go a break up, and you've only hit one winner. I would call this a winner as well, actually. Imagine how tidy you're playing, how smart you're playing.
Good point. Break point number 3. Great shot selection on that occasion. No panic. Used to playing a lot of big points. And that's where winning really becomes a habit. A lot of lesser ranked players might have tried to do too much there. Go for a big shot. There's no panic there. Game almost approaching 11 minutes long now.
Somehow I have a feeling that the final result of this game is going to be really important for the rest of this match. Oh, it's continuing, and he got it. Can you believe it? First, he also thought this one volley was going to go wide, but
this is interesting because Djokovic is waiting for a call here. He wants to challenge this forehand, Jaco.
Yes.
Coming up now. Look at the reaction. And then he sees Simon's made the volley and he's looking to the umpire to maybe challenge. Wouldn't have been allowed.
well, he thought that forehand pass was going to be easy anyways. He's going to win the point, but he didn't. That's why he didn't challenge. Even for Novak Djokovic, this is gutsy. He's not playing his best tennis yet, all because of Giles Simon playing very smart. Every faster ball he plays now, he hits down the middle. He gives him the no pacer, maybe on a little angle, and he's just making him feel very uncomfortable. But he's got
that ability to step it up, hasn't he?
That's slice drop shot, and now this backhand down line. That's tough.
Class points. That time Djokovic defies the odds behind his second serve because he struggled there. That was only the 6 points out of 14 that he's won. One of the ball kids, I think, has just run off the court. They're not feeling well at all.
It's not okay. Someone will look after him.
I'm telling you, Novak was already, for me, I have a lot of respect for him, but what he's just done, showing so much interest in his ball kit going away, is somebody going to take care of him at this score and what's going on court here. Man.
Nice human touch.
Not without a reason, he's the real sportsman award of the year 2015.
It's a long game and he is delighted to eventually hold 4-3 in the opening set. So, new balls. It's been a good battle so far. 41 minutes in the making. And one break apiece. We're on serve.
Novak is shaking his head that he's still not very comfortable, although he won this rally. Just 1-4 and he shanked it, and it just was luck that it ended up right in the corner.
Yeah, so did that. And that backhand down the line was also a little bit of a miss hit. It was pure strike. His depth control is phenomenal. One thing that Djokovic does better than anyone else.
15. See what he did just there? He just made his hands like, I'll have to leave this ball behind me.
Let's second serve.
Coach Jankovic.
Great point base, based in Halle. Beautiful stadium there. Built posted by Gary and Ralph Weber.
Oh, how's that turning defense into attack with one swipe of the racket?
15-14.
How well the upper and lower bodies work independently of one another.
Quick feet, controlled arms.
$13-14. Jannik Djokovic.
Nice and solid, just asking a question. It's a patient mindset. He doesn't do anything
Djokovic
spectacular
5 games.
on the break point. He just keeps asking a question. It's so often the lesser ranked player that then feels the pressure, feels the need to do something special and makes the unforced.
Even if that low-ranked player is named Giles Simon, who is like the master of patience.
Djokovic serving for this opening set now. Oh, the radar wrong there. Definitely you can still see four stares off the forehand and the backhand. That was another routine forehand. It's misfired. Eight of those bad boys.
Oh, that just got on the line and just skidded through.
15.
It's playing a little quicker this year. You're a fan of that, Yucca?
It is playing a little quicker this year, I agree. Average rally of 6.6 shots. It's quite long. Also, therefore playing 48 minutes. So far only 8 games. It's not working for Gilles. Sometimes he just puts the ball whack to surprise Novak, but it hasn't surprised Novak. He actually likes that better than those off-pace balls.
He just still takes it early, right? But you've got less time to react because you've hit it hard. Like a change up there from Novak, but what a great return. It's giving Djokovic a taste of his own medicine there. Hard and deep. Number one, not happy with the quality of his backhand down the line.
He was hitting through the forehand on this rally and executing on the short one. You know, I was watching this set with great interest. Michael Cain, coach of Cain Nishikori.
Yep, of course the winner takes on Cain. Comprehensive winner today. Straight sets against Tsonga. It's a set point here for Djokovic. What do you think Michael Cain is saying?
Well, obviously, you always have to relate it to your own player. In this time, if you make some kind of translation, can Cain do something similar what Simon is doing here? Because he's clearly getting under Novak's skin. Novak playing slice backhands in the rally and using his backhand to set up the point for his forehand to be more aggressive. Normally, it's the other way around. And somehow, Giles is doing great things. Preparing his feet really well, like normally that's his strength, you know. He's really like half a step slow on preparing, letting this ball almost come into his body.
It's another break point opportunity for Simon.
Simon has more opportunities than we really realize, having so many break points and also within this rally. But the few unforced errors he makes them at big points actually.
Scoring system places such a premium on playing those big points well. That's what's hurt Simon in this opening stanza.
It doesn't feel like Novak has won 10 points more than his opponent in this set, which is actually the case.
Simon 1 of 7 break points. It's allowed Djokovic to get to set point number 2. Whoa, he got a flyer there on the backhand. He missed by a mile.
I mean, we're going to have to look back a lot of matches and get the tapes out, ask the control room, and I don't think we're going to find one backhand like this from Novak for 10, 15 matches. He's missed a backhand like that on set point.
See this backhand unforced. It's 8-6.
Advantage Djokovic.
I think that's when players are able to just get to Djokovic. We saw it at the French Open last year. He gets a little tentative towards the tail end of a set. If you've got the firepower to hurt him, the right tactical acumen, you can definitely get the right result. Not easy. Stan showed us it can be done. Djokovic is a little tentative, or he's not playing his best, he's still very good.
Well, he's still up 5-3 and having set points.
Yep.
And what else you need to say? I mean, Giles Simon is not another bad player. He's number 15 in the world. You know, he's a great competitor. But as you say, Djokovic is still winning. But already the second game now going over, probably over 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Having been broken already once, facing another break point. It's already going to be the 8th one for Simon.
Do you think a lot of players in the locker room watching this will take some heart from the fact that Djokovic is making a lot of unforced errors? They've seen a tactic that actually works against the world number 1.
Yeah, but if you have a serve of 220 and your name is John Isner, you can't play like this.
Yes.
That's why I think, once again, Michael Ching is watching this with very keen interest, because I think Cain, the opponent for either Simon or Djokovic the next, he can do it.
I guess it's not really in his nature either to just massage the ball around the court. He likes to take it early. He likes to rip. He knows what it's like to beat Djokovic at a major, deep in the tournament.
Gave too much power in the beginning of this rally. Made Novak feel comfortable again.
Got a record hit speed from Djokovic in that rally, especially on the forehand side. Will it be 4th time lucky for the Serb? It will be. Oh, it's been a tough opening set for Djokovic, but he's won it in 2 minutes shy of 1 hour.
What are you going to do to win?
Well, I think you just got to be a little tighter on those break points. You can't be giving away free points. But I tell you what, there's not many people in the last 12 months that have had that many break points in one set against Novak. So I think it's definitely a silver lining to that cloud.
15.
I think Novak is going to use this set advantage to be more aggressive.
I agree. I think we're going to see him loosen up now. Got a record hit speed, going for a little bit more, just like he was in the opening 4 games when he got that 3-1 lead.
Love 30. Fifteen, 30. Thirty all.
above 30. Easy error.
47.
Djokovic. But you would think he would start to be relentless again, as what we've seen in the first 3 matches. As soon as he gets that opportunity and that lead.
Giles Simon.
Tell you what, it's a good start to the set.
That's
After the
game
first
seven.
30, you know what it's like. Yeah, okay, he loses that game.
0-1, second set.
Let's for set. Fifteen love. Thirty love. Thirty 15.
Put it in there. As the saying, French contre-pied.
14 15.
You look at the court position of the 2 players. Djokovic nice and tight to the baseline. It's one of his greatest skills. Ability to take that ball early. Simon good 2 or 3 meters deep in the court.
Game Djokovic.
Well, he'll be relieved
One
to be able
minute.
to finally play a quick service game. Last couple of games been over 10 minutes. This one probably like a minute and a half to 2 minutes.
That's what he's a little more used to.
Gilles is going to have to keep playing a lot of first serves, not at high speed, but to get him into the point. The second serve points 1 percentage. Is not looking very good at the moment. He's only winning 18% on second serve. This last point.
Love 15. Love 30.
His second serve points are just not good enough.
Yeah, it's 2 of 13 now. And it's a failing grade in anyone's books.
Well, that will be something that will be picked up by Jan de Wit after the match, going through all statistics.
strengths. I remember when he first played
Love
in the
Cain.
scene, 2007. This young kid who could hit the ball down the line so well, change direction seamlessly. Canada beating top 3 players in the world to win the title there. It was Montreal. We did Federer, Nadal, and Andy Roddick.
15-14.
Announced himself to the world that he was the real deal. Always had that steely determination.
Djokovic challenging the ball. Left far sideline, the ball's called in.
Simon so good as well. Those down the line shots, the linear ones, as I like to call them.
Novak just doesn't want to give Gilles a winner. He's not hitting many. This one was probably a little out of frustration, but is beautifully placed on the line.
It's a line licker.
30-14.
Always nice, tastes
Djokovic
good.
has 2 challenges remaining.
To the normal Djokovic standard.
Yeah, just a little tentative, right? Short, central.
I mean, love 40 again, and I haven't seen any intention of him, you know, attacking. Just keep on going.
He's gone into that passive mode. Probably good enough to beat most players, but
He hit in this rally, only one was on the baseline. Every other single was just before, maybe only a little bit behind the service line.
another lung buster of a rally, 25 shots in total.
Yes.
Love 30 in the first game, love 40 here in the second service game of Simon.
Advantage Simon.
Himself today. Well, first 4 games, yes, looked like he was in control, being very proactive. Was Novak going for his shots, but since then, it's been a hard hat day for him. And I think we've got to give Simon a lot of credit for that. Djokovic having to work awfully hard to get the right results.
It must be credit to Simon by just once again playing another ball back. Because the 6-3 first set and having a 12-point total lead within this match is not giving Djokovic a comfortable feeling.
The very best that time. Lady Luck was wearing the red, white and blue of France, not Serbia.
Giles Simon.
Done well.
Simon leads 2-1.
No, he's set to the good. It has not been plain sailing by any stretch of the imagination.
And if you're Boris Becker in this case, can you send your player a message like, come on mate, just keep attacking, go forward a little bit more, actually seeing that you're not, that your player is not very comfortable doing so.
It's so funny because
15 left.
Novak Djokovic knows his game so well, and he'll be well aware, I think, of the fact that he's not attacking enough. He's not being proactive. Yet it's still so difficult, even when you know it, to get yourself to do it in a match. He spoke about it when he lost that French Open final to Stan. And you know what it's like as a player as well. Sometimes, as much as you know what to do, it's difficult to get yourself to do it. So caught up in the moment, you're winning the odd point here or there, being defensive, and you think, well, that's okay, I'm still winning.
Or you just do it once or twice, and then as soon as something happens on that court, you start forgetting it again.
Go back to the default setting.
As you
suggested, the moment the pace gets increased, suddenly Novak's in his comfort zone again. He's half following the ball back with interest.
On serve, he has only hit 3 aces up to now, and he's only winning in a total match. He's only winning 72% of first serves. That's for Novak not a lot of points, not a lot of free points he gets there. I mean, Simon is really also feeling where the serve is going.
Simon challenging the ball, left near sideline. Was called in.
Gilles was there, kind of stopping the ball a little bit, but I think he's worried because it did skip through a little.
Yeah, it did.
Cain. Djokovic.
Easy chunk of the line. Another comfortable hold for Novak, so that'll give him some sort of heart. Now, he's the kind of guy who expects to break on each and every occasion.
Simon has 2 challenges remaining.
I think Novak is going to have to move a little bit extra, you know, like maybe even sweat more, work a little harder and shake things off. Use the adrenaline not to get angry or get frustrated, but use it to start moving a little bit better. Just 1-2 extra steps we've been talking about in the other matches, which you can actually hear if you listen during the rally to his footwork. Like this one right here. It's a perfect example, this last point. It was 1-2 big steps, although the ball's coming right at him and he wants to tee off on that forehand, and it's just not good enough. You can see it actually in this replay. It's not in the center of his racket. It's on the top.
13-15.
Same thing here again, Robbie. It's just not the preparation we're used of Novak. It's obviously Simon who's doing that to him, but this is within his own control. I mean, he can make these extra steps. Why wouldn't he? He normally does. And can execute better if you have a better position to the ball.
Done. I think it's the case with a lot of players sometimes when the ball does come straight to them.
40-30.
They just tend to be a little lazy with the feet. They know the ball's coming straight to them. They don't make the ultimate preparation like they do when they're moving, right?
Everybody does, even at club level. You know, it comes to you, oh, thank you very much, I don't have to run. These are actually the balls you have to run most. Especially small feet you need there. Minimum of 5 steps you need to be able to get around the ball and give you enough room to swing. To get out of that really, because he's been hitting the ball deep but not creating an opportunity or an open court, and then he comes up with something like this. It's magnificent, but as we've seen in the first set, you know, it's also a little sign of panic, I would say, almost.
Yeah, he missed a handful, didn't he? 3 spring to mind.
Advantage Simon. Giles Simon.
From Djokovic.
Simon leads.
Lovely day that it's turned out to be here in Melbourne. Day 7 of our live coverage. Men's singles 4th round. It's Cain who will await the winner here. Winner in straight sets over Jo-Wilfried Tsonga a little earlier today. He was in fine fettle. That was Japan's #1. Serving at 2-3 second set. There's a little complacency, not the urgency that Jako's talking about.
15 all.
Marks out of 10 so far for both players. Been on court almost an hour and a half now, Yucca.
Gilles 8, Novak 6.
Let for serve.
Actually, I want to
30 all.
do that again. Okay. Gilles 7.5. I'm going to deduct half a point for him making too many unforced errors when he had break points.
Fair enough. Only half a point.
2-1.
Just testing you. Just testing you.
0.5 to 1.
Off chance here for the Frenchman.
40-30.
Timely first serve.
Novak should serve also a little bit bigger. Just by serving bigger, you can automatically enforce the speed of play also on the service games, even if the ball comes back.
He's got 2 free
Game
points
Djokovic.
there. That'll be nice. It's yeah, that
3
was strong
games
goal.
over.
First 2 service games in the set were nice and quick. It wasn't too bad.
Novak has had some long service games, and he's only hit 3 aces so far. And out of all the points he played in the first in the second set, 81% has been in. He's not winning a lot of free points.
15 love. Thirty left.
Lovely combination of shots.
Also, what makes it difficult to play Simon is that there's not really one side that you can break down with Simon. His backhand side is as steady as his forehand.
That's what you call innovative. And well, they've got the hat. Use the program. Backhand down the line.
New ball
It's
to lose.
world class.
Simon leads 4 games to 3.
Troiki,
Yes.
Seppi, Burdick,
How many times against Burdick?
11 in a row. More than that, but 11 in a row. Monfils, Tsonga, Chardy, Ferrer, Gasquet, Stepanek, all these guys he has beaten at least throughout their careers 10 times in a row.
Unbelievable.
Let for serve.
Is Simon gonna be next? Because that streak is at 9 at the moment. Frenchman is doing everything to prevent that from happening.
$15
About
left.
an unbelievable streaks. Djokovic bidding to reach the quarterfinals here for the 27th straight major. It's incredible, and that'll equal Jimmy Connors in second place.
But who is he trailing?
The monogram
30
maestro.
Yeah. Playing later today.
Yep.
On RLA, Roger Federer.
36 consecutive appearances in the quarterfinal of a majors. It's mind-boggling. It's better with the forehand, a little more racket head acceleration. Good ground reaction force with the legs bending a bit more, driving a bit more. Use major muscle groups.
Service games are getting better. He's been winning them more easy in the second set. So far it hasn't come together in that return of serve yet. But I have a feeling is we're getting closer to seeing Djokovic break. He seems to be a little bit more quiet.
Oh!
We often talk about the ability of the top players to necessarily play better in these moments. They just keep their base level the same, and it's the lower ranked player who actually drops off. So out of nowhere there, Simo's played a shot that we haven't seen him play for a long time. Going for way too much. Scoreboard pressure.
Out. 15 all.
Forehand unforced errors from Djokovic continue to climb. A little bit of a ball fluff.
Feeling it up a little bit better now.
15,
Being careful, but hitting the ball just a little bit earlier, a little bit harder.
Yeah, but still to a safe spot there. Going cross court. Got a lot of area to hit into and work with.
He missed there.
15-14.
Play quick against Djokovic. Somehow it's like instinct kicks in. For him that comes like natural, and if he has time to think sometimes, then he is having a bit more difficulties. Like on this was pure instinct.
2 break points. So
13-14.
Over 4 in this set in the breakpoint department, 2 for 9 in the match. Even if your name is Mr. Djokovic, you're going to have to win a couple.
Second bite at the cherry here. it.
Yes.
Just where you think he's going to wrap this set up. He was getting more composed, he was moving better, creating 15-40.
Simon's now saved all 5 break points that he saved in this set. He's faced, I should say.
Let's second serve.
Both players' big points have felt bigger than normal today.
Advantage Djokovic.
It was a Djokovic forehand, that one, just decelerated on it. You get enough elevation. Uses legs, as I was alluding to. Sixth break point in the set.
Why, Robbie? Does he want to use a slice to mix it up? I don't know why he puts that slice right there. He's standing there, he's in control of the rally, he's hitting the ball harder and harder, and then he plays this slice. I don't see the intention or the reason why. Chance that the ball didn't go through very quickly after it bounced. So far sideline, so no overrule from umpire Ramos.
Yeah, placed with geometric precision, that one.
If you just look at the numbers.
Djokovic, Simon has
in this case, wouldn't you say just to Novak, just go for it? You know, being safe hasn't helped you yet on break point. Just whack it. He's just not sure of himself, that's it, right?
Yes.
You can whack it, but if you just don't feel it within your heart, your chest area, you just don't feel comfortable.
And that's why, you know, 35 unforced errors today. Clear indication that he's not comfortable.
He's not feeling the lines.
And I think, again, you've got to give Simon plenty of credit. He's created good depth, good strategy. He's made Djokovic feel uncomfortable on the other side of the net. I think most importantly, Jaco, he hasn't given Djokovic too many free points. A lot of players go down a break early. Oh, it's Novak Djokovic on the other side of the net, you know, and they succumb to that, whereas he hasn't today.
No, if I were Novak, just, you know, the first serve will not be very big unless he's going to take a chance. This was 169, Robbie. I mean, normally he chews these returns. It's like a second serve of some of the guys. Roger hits second serves like this, and he hits second serves like this. Goes down the middle. Normally he just tears them apart on that return. Hard down the middle.
Let for serve.
That's the one right there. That last ball he hit,
Advantage
it had
Djokovic.
something to it, you know. Although it's still safe, as you mentioned, and it's still a safe shot.
Yep.
But it had something to it. Big.
It's not often that Djokovic needs this many break points to convert. A 6. And a look at a second.
Let's see where he positions. On the baseline already now.
To go away.
Yes.
He did everything right, but then this very high ball, I think with all the negative energy he feels within his body, he should have let it one bounce.
I agree.
It's going to go crazy, I'm telling you.
Until the crowd's getting behind Simon big time. Enjoying this contest. Enjoying the fact that Simon will not go away. Doesn't matter who's on the other side of the court. They know their sport well. They appreciate the fight.
This is a different level. You need to get through this to win majors, and you'd rather have it now. Don't forget his great record in round of 16. He hasn't lost to a player ranked as low ever in this stage of a Grand Slam.
Simon
15
trying to
lines.
take a set of Djokovic for the first time in a best of 5 set contest.
Thirty left. Forty left. Cain, Djokovic.
Just what Novak would have wanted, a nice speedy hold. That's been a feature.
5 games
Nice,
all.
Djokovic holding pretty comfortably, and it's Simon who's been sweating it out on serve. Just to give you an idea, before the start of the service game, Simon had played 46 points on serve. Djokovic It's 24.
Yeah, 5 times 5, I would say 25. Yeah, 24. Just a little bit long, the umpire says.
Love 30.
It's also a little bit, in this case, wide.
Has he made that?
Djokovic
He's going
challenging
to
the
challenge, but if it's going to go in,
sideline, the
Novak
ball's
is,
called in.
we're just keeping an eye on Novak now the whole time. He is just so annoyed, I'm telling you. Because even if he's there, he should play it, and he knows already that it's going to be on the line.
15-13. Djokovic has one challenge remaining.
I think he's going to say to himself, how is it possible that I haven't won the second set yet? Oh, that's a late call.
Simon challenging the call.
What would happen here, Robbie, if it would be in, because Novak
Simon
got a racket
challenging the
on
call,
it.
left far
Is it
sideline.
going to be a let first serve?
No.
Was called out.
Well off that Djokovic made contact with the ball. So,
Second serve, Simon has
In this
no
case,
challenges
luckily,
remaining.
it was wide. It was his last challenge. Might get another one if it gets to a tiebreak. He
15-14.
must have a good feeling to the serve. He was already thinking, oh, I'm going to have to volley again.
yeah, it's a dangerous approach shot cross court. I mean, Simon had plenty of options. He could have gone back cross court. Didn't need to hit it so low down the line. Knows it.
Break points again.
13,
Are we surprised?
14.
No. Is Novak making them? No.
In double digits now, as far as break points had in this set are concerned. 10, still hasn't broken.
Yes.
That was so late, it was unbelievable. Almost missed the alley.
Almost hit the Fibra stop. And same serve again. It's so slow. And actually, therefore, it's not coming towards Djokovic,
Simon.
who's running parallel to the baseline.
He's almost beaten him with the lack of pace. Too early on the shot. Can you believe
Yeah,
it?
Simon.
Just like that, Simon holds after going down 15-40.
Simon leads 6 games to 5.
We are enjoying the view, but Novak is it.
It's been a hard day so far for Djokovic. If you're joining us for the first time, it really has been a battle royale. Simon has come out with a definitive game plan. He's slowed things down. He's hit a lot of balls up the middle of the court. He really has got under the skin of the world number one and has refused to go away. Djokovic has had a whole host of breakpoint opportunities in this second set. 11, still hasn't broken. And now serving to stay in the set for the second time.
Correction ball's good, 15 love. Let for serve.
That's more like it.
30 left.
Sinner's done a good job of, again, if you're joining us for the first time, it just seems like he slowed everything down. Everything's taking place at a glacial pace. I've seen too many rallies unfold like this.
40 left.
Given his style of play, he almost just lures you into his web. He's certainly been able to cast some sort of spell over Djokovic. Definitely missed more than he's made. Good disguise there. Not a bad time to play it. You're well inside the baseline. 40 love up.
You want to punish being 40 love up, sending out message for the return game once again and not playing a drop shot.
Game, Djokovic. 6 games all.
Well, he only has to play
Tie-break.
28 points on serve in this second set.
Both players
Djokovic
receive one additional
still
challenge.
being so effective on his own service games, not feeling very good. Tie-break record 17-9. For Djokovic, a winning record. Wins 2 out of 3. Not for Simon. Obviously has to do with not being able to get quick points off his serve, Simon.
Djokovic challenging the goal left far sideline. Ball's called out.
Again, look at Djokovic there, and he looks like he's drained of energy. That's definitely why. Faded that
1-0 Simon. Djokovic has one challenge remaining.
Well, Novak has made 40 unforced errors throughout this match. I mean, this is big numbers, and he's 0 for 11 on break points in this set.
Yeah, half have come from the forehand.
Simon.
The drop shots here, just a mental issue.
Bailout.
You just want to get out of that rally. You just want to get out of that situation, and you'd rather play a drop shot and miss it than that you're toughing it out. And that's weird to see. You don't see that often from Novak.
First mini break to Simon.
Novak Djokovic hitting the ball harder than he has done over the last couple of games. It feels like he's hitting the wall of China. He's just not getting it past it. It can't go through. Everything comes back.
3-0 Simon.
It's another rally of rich quality. And what a way to close it out if you're Giles Simon. Combination of backhands was world class. It's giving Djokovic a taste of his own medicine right there.
Novak is going to have to get in his frame of mind like, really, from now here on, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to go full,
Simon.
or I'm going to go and sit and start my third set. And the moment I'm about to say it, you see that attitude coming from him, but he missed poorly. Every drop shot he plays now is to get away with it, and Jan de Wit is laughing because what he has thought in advance, you know, finding a way to break down Novak, it's working. It's actually working. Yes, obviously a bit of luck, you know, not losing serve. Simon with 11 break points down. And now he's at 5-1 in the second set to even it out.
Fascinating to watch. It's such a great mental effort from Simon just to stay with this guy. Not many who have been able to do it in the last 18 months or so.
In a game of tennis, right? Famous book, a must-read for the tennis lover. But it's set now for the first time. They're all square point-wise. 45 points to Novak, 45 points to Giles Simon. With Gilles being up 6-1 in the tiebreak, and Novak only played 28 points on serve throughout the set. Can you believe that?
Tennis from Simon. Mental fortitude of note. He deserves it. He bags it 7 games to 6. Here we go. Who knows what set number 3 is going to deliver? It's interesting you mention that because I watched Djokovic play Isner. I think it was Beijing or Shanghai, I can't remember now. Beat John 2-2. John was serving at over 80% first serves in. And you'd think that perhaps a bigger server would be tougher to break. I mean, he made it look easy. And then you see a performance like this today, and it's just like, what's going on? Astonishing. Best returning displays I've ever seen in a match. That match with Isner in Asia.
$13-15. 30 all.
First set he's lost in 2016.
Forty 30.
Yeah, Andreas said we came close in the previous round. Had a set point or two, if memory serves, in their third set tiebreaker. Wasn't able to convert. That's more like it. Nice injection of pace there from the world number one.
First game, third set.
Go around the net.
Love 15.
It's quick thinking.
Novak just took his time after this point to look at Boris and look at this box, but he didn't get much reply there from the German.
15 all.
Maybe still looking for some extra advice on how to handle this situation. Do I go over the top and start hitting a little harder, play more aggressive? Do I really start playing more into that forehand
15,
and go off
15.
a little more than the backhand of Simon? Once again he did it while walking back to the ad side of the court. Weird why he starts playing the slices again. To me, Robbie, I feel he really has to drink the full cup of vinegar today and just toughen it out and suck it up and just deal with it.
Yep.
Just seems like he's not capable of just playing at a higher level now. Just just going to have to do it the way he normally does, being tougher than his opponent, which is really difficult today against Simon. Well, we're back at where we've been all throughout that second set. Another break point. Does it come as a surprise? No. But what will surprise me if Novak is just going to take on that serve finally, if he has a chance. Pressure, Simon.
Ledman's second serve.
Right now I would move a lot. I would just be in his face. And he got it.
Djokovic.
He finally got it.
Djokovic leads 2 games to 1.
That'll release some of the pressure, feel good factor, start to grow with the Novak. Interesting the reaction there, Jaco. No big emotional
Nothing,
release.
nothing whatsoever. Not
What do you
even
make
from
of
his
that?
box. Well, he has been serving comfortably. I mean, it's not so much having difficulties on serve, and he's been having so many break points. I think he just says, well, this is just the way it is.
Let for
Not
serve.
getting too down on himself. He knows he's not playing great, and he's not, you know, relentless or punishing when he has to. He knows. But he's also been a tennis player for many, many years, and he has not always been the one who can control 3 straight sets every point. He's human. I think if he plays another good service game here, I think we're going to have to respect him more. You know, just for staying calm and absorbing that second set and not going monkeys on it after that one. I mean, I think I would have broken every racket that I had in my bag after the second set.
Unable to convert on the 11 break points that he had.
He's trying to punish that forehand a little more, isn't he?
Got a bit of length there.
Also going a little more to the forehand of Simon than the backhand in the first games of this third set. He keeps cruising on his own games.
Game, Djokovic.
Just what the doctor ordered. Speedy hold.
New balls, please.
What do you think if you're in the locker room now? The guys crowded around the
15
television
left.
watching this, paying attention.
Well, there are not many left, obviously a couple of guys in the doubles, but the singles draw is getting smaller, and I think everybody's very absorbed with preparing for their own match.
30 left.
But definitely the coaches and staff of other players will be paying close attention, and obviously nowadays it's easy to look at these matches with video analysis on the internet.
Let for serve.
That I think a lot of coaches will do.
Forty left. Let for serve.
You can see the grip there of Djokovic, the forehand, excuse me, the right hand, holding the forehand grip, and the left hand, the top hand, is ready for the backhand, so it's easy to change. Something I'd like to see Novak do a little bit more of, go after second serves, given a volley return. Same from Andy
14-15.
Murray.
But he's doing it now when it's 40 love serving, but he didn't do it when he had love 40 or love 30.
And even 30-40 on those break points. It's a great way of creating instant pressure on the server.
Forty 30. Let for serve. Giles Simon.
Finally, Simon gets it alongside his name here in set number 3.
Djokovic
The
leads 3
scoreboard
games to
working in
1.
his favour.
Love 15.
Djokovic thinking Simon was going to race to the open court. Faked him out.
Love 30.
Well, you normally see Novak, after making a break, just keep on pushing very hard and actually be comfortable. He's not able to use that score advantage to get a dominant position inside the court and putting his opponent away.
Love 14.
Would have gone away at this stage in the set. Rod Simon reminds me of a match he played against Nadal. I want to say semi-finals of Madrid 2008. Indoors back then. 15,000 Spaniards all on the side of Nadal. And he managed to beat the Spaniards 7-6 in the third that day.
Djokovic
Back on serve here in set number 3.
love. 15 love.
Not easy to take yourself out of that comfort zone. Always nice to be around your buddies, but it's got a single-mindedness that a lot of the other Frenchmen don't have.
Robert's amazing.
30 love.
In the last game, 2 now, that's 6 in a row.
I mean, you get the feeling Djokovic is there for the taking, right?
Yeah. 7 consecutive points, but I mean like 6 really bad unforced errors.
Thirty 15.
Don't make that statement lightly. Djokovic is looking a little jaded. The language is not what we're accustomed to seeing. He's not taking his opportunities like he so often does. Simos come up with good game plan, good strategies, moving well, under the skin of the world number 1.
30 all.
shades, slowly starting to get inside singles field. And now he just gets a couple of returns now from Simon. Highly unusual swing of momentum in the last couple of games and points. He's pointing at the shade there.
Yes.
Novak. He says therefore not hitting the ball clean, because the moment he wanted to hit it, it just went into the shade.
His forehand now has Simon.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Right now, even he just walks to the other side of the court. He's not showing a fist. He's not making a yell or running a little extra.
Second break point in this game. Oh, once again beaten by the lack of pace on that serve. He was completely flummoxed by it. Nothing on it, slow, 164. And he's looking tired, no question about it. He's not looking himself.
He gets a lot of 3 points right now. He was already up the race.
Djokovic
Threw it away by just 4 unforced errors, and now he gets them once again also from Simon. Simon is being nice to him at the moment, and he's not taking it yet.
Big game this. Especially after just getting the break back.
I don't like to get slices like that. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. And many times when it's a conversion between playing that slice backhand and going to the topspin, or going from the slice backhand to the forehand eventual winner, that's where he misses a lot. Maybe don't change that much to the slice backhand. Also, when sometimes the drop shot's being placed, stay with that topspin backhand.
Djokovic challenging the call. Right far sideline, the ball's got out.
Again, I just think he's hit on the inside of this one a little too much. Yeah, well wide. Just trying to buy himself a little extra time.
Advantage Simon.
Massive game to win. All of a sudden, I believe now Simon is in with a much better shot.
3 games over.
Delicately poised here.
Djokovic has 2 challenges.
I think Djokovic reasserts his authority on the match. It's the way in which he's managed to hold there. Saving break points again. That'll give him some little shot in the arm.
Good footwork, puts him back in position. That's the energy you need. Maybe today gluten-free means energy
15
low.
line.
And needs to
I mean, look at how he prepares on this last one. Just, well, it's coming back. It's just this couple of extra steps again, and he's well prepared. And then you have opportunity to choose one like this or down the line. Boris is not showing any sign to Novak. He's been doing something good over the last couple of matches. You've seen Boris clap or nodding a little bit, or maybe even having a little chat if he comes to that corner. But I haven't seen anything from the box either in the last 2.5 sets.
Thirty 15.
Simon is that, you know, he plays with massaging style, as you call it, with a reason. You know, he does it with a purpose. And then all of a sudden he just, you know, hits a couple of balls, also knowing that you have to do that. You have to keep on doing that, you know, just to get your body going, to be aggressive and.
You mean inject the pace?
Inject the pace. Just you know, when you have an opportunity to do so. And even Simon's doing it, but Novak's not. Now he is. And obviously I'm trying very hard, you know, being Dutch, finding the right English words, but lethargic is what comes to mind right now.
It's a good word. It's a perfect description of how Djokovic has looked today on this match court. He hasn't had that little bounce pep in his step that we're so used to seeing.
Djokovic.
It wasn't an easy hold, but it was a good run for the world number one. As those shadows starting to make their way across the court. Challenging for the next 15 minutes or so.
15 minutes.
So the entire center court is bathed.
Now I finally saw Boris clapping after this last one. Although he missed, it showed the good spirit of this last point. And now Boris was clapping and showing, putting the thumb up. But now he'll be thumb down. And shaking his head.
30 line.
Ball's too deep. We're playing a drop shot off. Simon, eat that up. So often throughout the course
40
of his
left.
career. And it's paid some nice real estate in Switzerland over the years.
Forty 15.
Djokovic in every direction. Things just got a whole lot more interesting now at 4 in the third.
You would just love it. I mean, all of a sudden Novak does have the guts to come forward and try and, you know, speed up the rally a little bit. Obviously he doesn't come in on the smartest shots, but when he does come in, Simon's right there and he punishes him. So next time you're there, you think, oh, I'm not going to do that again. And it worries you, it puts the handbrakes on.
Sweaty palm territory, this.
Direction of the ball is good.
Oh.
Djokovic challenging the call.
Now Novak is
Right near sideline, the ball's called in.
overruling. He wants to overrule the overrule of the umpire. But eventually it's Hawkeye who rules.
That was a good overall from Carlos Ramos.
Replay the point.
Costing
Djokovic
him a
has
challenge, yeah?
one challenge remaining.
Biting his fingernails.
15 left.
First clapping and approving the aggressive style in his last point. When he's been playing this slice, I think.
15 all.
I can understand that you sometimes use it to mix it up, but to mix up what? Maybe your own feelings and your own thoughts.
Regular backhand isn't penetrating, so maybe that's why he thinks
15
He's really slow on his feet compared to normal. He's a meter and a half behind the baseline. On his last backhand, he's not there. He's not trying to get his body weight in there, and that's why it floats. You know, the ball doesn't come down. That's why we see so many shanks. Lots of credits though to Simon. And if you can say something critical about Simon is, you know, when he makes a mistake like this, he does make them at an important moment. I'm telling you, this is 15-30 right here, you know.
Needed to put that back in play at least.
He doesn't make many unforced errors, but when he does, they've been quite vital. That's why Novak's still in the match as well.
40-30.
First bit of positive body language we've seen from Novak in a while. Little fist pump. How wristy this is. Just a little flick. Nobody can make that all day long. Certainly has today for the most part. See how Simon handles this service game. Serving to stay in the third set. Started off well. A little slider, off-pace slider.
51.
Effective.
Novak walking parallel instead of V-shape going forward, trying to cut off the angle.
Twelve losing shots apiece. This time it's Simon who bails out of a long rally, lungs burning. Continue. Take it to Djokovic. Ball hitting aggressively to safe spots. Inside out forehand. Djokovic definitely struggling.
It is a little bit about bluff poker, isn't it? I mean, the last point, Gilles was doing it this time on this forehand. It was a bit more bluff here from Novak. I mean, you have to keep on going for it. The waiting game is not going to be a winning game today for Novak.
Djokovic does set number 3 and wins it after 47 minutes, 6 games to 4.
So great, the countdown, the clock running down from 10 to 0 before the walk on court. Everything just to get the crowd involved and make such a great sport experience. The serves are heavy now.
Fourth set.
2 sets, but
Djokovic to serve.
far from having a W.
Here we go, set number 4, Jaka Alting. Alongside me, Rob Koenig.
Love 15. Love 13. Fifteen, 13.
The
15-14.
best medicine for Sinner. If he can get an early break here in the 4th, of course he'll be feeling a little down after losing serve and losing that 3rd set. And he was so close. Lovely camera work from our boys. That's more like it. Nice injection of pace. Linear shot working well.
30-14.
Where's that been? He's telling Marian Vida. And
You got this one for me, please.
thanks.
Is Marion there now? I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, maybe it was
No, it's
Milan.
It's Miller.
Of course, they share weeks. Marian Vida and Boris Becker. I often see them together.
Yes.
Some of the majors, but of course, Milan Ivanovic is physio and Gebhard Felgrich, always permanent fixtures. Nice combination of shots that was.
Will be a big hold mentally.
Advantage Djokovic.
Squeeze this one out. 2 sets to 1 up, and then every time when your service game, you're 1 game ahead, it might give him the confidence to keep on attacking. So far, it's been such a mental hurdle for him to do so. Even the lead within the game has not given him the comfort to do what he needs to do.
First game, fourth set.
That'll really be a big body blow as far as Simon is concerned. Living and breathing shot.
Love 15.
Also just feeling a little uncomfortable there with the ball going from the shadow and his face going into the sun. Good body language from Novak, trying to send a message to the other side of the net. I'm actually feeling okay.
Latvia serve. Out. 15 all.
No challenge was needed here with Hawkeye. One quick look at Boris was enough. He put up his finger, sitting right on that baseline.
$30-15.
Somebody like Novak, if he does indeed get the win today, would he be back out on the practice court tomorrow working on that shot a lot, given that he's made so many mistakes on the forehand, or would he just put it down to a bad day at the office?
Exactly. It's not because he's not able to do so. It's being fed by a mental attitude. It's been fed by a uncomfortable feeling, and I think the moment that uncomfortable feeling is gone, I think they rather spend some more time on that. The shots will be back.
40-30.
Because it's not only when the ball gets into his forehand, it's also on this one right now when it comes down the middle. It's also when he runs around. So it's not just one forehand, or it's also been that slice backhand. We've seen that drop shot. We've seen him not attacking the returns. It's just overall. It's the eye on this return. How he gets caught on his. You hardly ever see that.
One game all.
Yeah, we both saw a body language that was positive after the first 2 points, and then you think, okay, from here on he's going to take it to the next step. He's going to take it to the Djokovic level again. But then somehow he's not capable of doing so, and it's ended up being quite an easy game now for Simon.
This match has just clicked over the 3-hour mark now. 3 hours and 3 minutes.
$15 left. $15 all.
Once again, this transition from the slice backhand to the topspin backhand is not great, to say it at least.
observation. Often we've seen an unforced error come. Combination of those two shots is tried.
30-15.
Quite a dramatic grip change. No business making this shot this easily, but he does.
I think he's only missed one passing the whole match up to now. Only that one forehand where he had time.
Shots like that are worth the admission fee on their own. Spectacular. Nothing wrong with the approach.
Yes.
Little frame involved in that forehand of Simon, but that just caused that extra dip at the end for the ball to come down.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Good doubles partner Paul Harhace knows all about those.
Correction, ball's good.
Oh, if that's the case, that will be really
Replay the point.
unlucky for Novak, because that would have been a winning position from where he was. He was there already and had plenty of time to put that one away. But now, because of the call of the linesman, he's going to have to play a let.
Let's see if we can see here. Probably got a piece of the line. Second serves in this game from Novak.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Especially out wide on the skew side and down the middle on the second court.
Let for serve.
With pace of this game, having played 3 hours 9 minutes, and the length of these sets, we're actually going to start pushing the 7 o'clock barrier, where the normal start would be for the evening session. Imagine they would have to empty the stadium and get the new people to come in for the evening session.
Yeah, take a good half an hour, you would imagine.
Advantage, Simon.
It's going to be tight, but it doesn't even look like that's going to be easy for that victory from here. Facing break points. Simon also not being very tidy there. 2 for 11.
Yes.
Such a relief when you get a free point.
It's a good serve. I mean, it's a solid serve, 194 out wide, but it's once again an error. He's not making him play. He's putting the return in the net.
Yeah, he's not missing that at 30-15, is he?
He hasn't been often.
Advantage, Simon.
Simon never afraid of going that distance. He's already had a best of 5 in the second round against Donskoy, where he had to dig really deep.
Yeah, won that one 7-5 in the 5th. Chance to go up a break here in the 4th. Quickly snuffed out.
Yes.
Would be some 5-set record in general as Simon.
Advantage, Simon.
Really been hit and miss today. Fortunately for Novak, more misses than hits.
Hitting it like a banana, just like the collar of his shirt.
Yes.
It's another one of these games that looks like it's going to go into the double digits.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Djokovic has struggled to a 2-1 lead. And we're on serve here in the 4th. Frenchman serving at 1-2.
Fifteen left. Left.
Maybe lead us listened to us, Robbie, when we said he was hitting his forehand like a banana. He took off his shirt. He's going back to virgin white.
Yeah.
Trying to start with a clean sheet. Once again, coming from the slice, and then the next shot in transition.
40 love.
It was not an easy one. It's a miss. The slice, once again, he's using it as a mix-up, or sometimes maybe to force that ball down the line, but he's not following it up by getting into the court. And then if he has to change shot selection, he's been missing quite a bit. It's a long fight to hold service game for Novak Djokovic before, and now it's a quick win from Simon on the next, and he's right back serving again.
2 games over.
Took him 11 minutes on his service game before, and Jan's giving him a little smile, a little encouragement. I know, mate, the way you play, it's always a long match. When I go next to watch your matches, I bring lunch and dinner at the same time.
$15 love. $30 love. $40 love. $40-15. Cain, Djokovic.
High second serve and
Djokovic
back down the line.
A little better. 3-2 Djokovic.
Also, Simon chewing on something.
Love 15.
I have a feeling here Novak's going to break. He had quite an easy sit down. He looked okay. He looked composed.
Yep.
Not too frustrated, and
15-all.
I think Simon's going to have to be careful. He's been so good in not getting nervous, playing regardless of the score. I have a feeling this is going to be a really important game.
so easy to think ahead if you've been battling like Djokovic has. Quick hold here, 4-2, excuse me, quick break here. And suddenly it's 5-2, and it's pretty much game over, but still a long way away. Of course, if Simon holds, it's 3-all, so these are the mind games, these are the thoughts that you've got to fight as a player. I mean, the only thing that you can influence is the next point.
Obviously, you can take care of that. That's your own footwork and that's your own strategy. And both players showing in previous rallies that they are able to do so. Great example in the point before from Novak, and here from Giles Simon.
Quality strike there, or it's 30-all.
Gilles playing more aggressive than he has been, because he also knows and feels this is a very important game. And
40-30.
I think for him, being tentative and playing his normal game, luring him in, massaging the balls once again, wasn't going to be enough. He felt that, and he stepped up his game and he started going for a little bit more and actually hitting 2 winners in the last 2 points. A little bit more on the serve too.
Yes.
He doesn't want Novak to start playing a little bit inside the baseline now. He knows by just putting the ball back in play that's not enough. Boris is just telling Novak to move. You see, always look at Boris, and then we could see Novak. You see what happened there?
Yep.
It's right here, baby. This is where you can reach the quarters. You see, it puts on something to Simon. It is a mental game. There is a bit of bluff in there.
Couldn't agree with you more. Especially at the sharp end of any sport. It's about what's between the ears. Break point, Djokovic.
Yes.
Dropped mid on.
He hit that one more in the center than most of his normal forehands. Both coaches.
Advantage Simon.
Look for the angle there, did he? Much more central with that last forehand of his.
And good length on this last one. Good depth. That's not going to come back.
You can see Djokovic is still a little tentative to come forward because he's been burnt by some amazing passing shots already. Wisely picking on the forehand on that occasion.
Advantage Simon.
Indeed, it is a beautiful shot, but off a lead court, going on a slice backhand from soft to soft, and then he's doing it one more time. What were the intentions there from Novak? Was he trying to lure Simon in and hoping for a pass?
I think so.
Easily makes it, can even make a pirouette and still get there in time. And he wins this point. Magnificent point, I must say.
Both players working the angles like a diamond cutter.
3 games over.
There's no ways he should miss that though. He's got to give it the elevation. It's an easy lob volley for Novak. But you've got to applaud Simon for running everything down. Deserves to be even.
Well, he held. He knew it was going to be tough, but he did it. Perfect scenario for the Frenchman. This is the way he wants to break down Djokovic once again. He would have just had to put it back in play. Novak was not in a good position. And he comes up with his drop shots again. he has to hang in tough here, Simon. I'm telling you, he has a chance. I mean, Djokovic is showing signs of being worried again for not breaking it, going to 4-2. He gave it his big push, but it wasn't enough to break.
Even though it's 3-all, just got the sense there's a little bit of a mental momentum switch over to Simon's side of the net.
Total match. Novak only 8 aces, 1 in this set, and Gilles had only 1 ace for a men's match, round of 16.
Can't see it coming. The Sky's execution is right out the top.
40-15.
Great balance at the end of his range, and he would appreciate it as much as anyone, given how good his is. Oh, he was onto that early, saw it. Miles away.
40-30.
So the camouflage wasn't there. Novak let go with one hand already very early. Let's go back to that first point of this game. Similar situation where he didn't make it. That's how close it is.
Cain, Djokovic.
For Novak. Keeps his nose out in front.
Djokovic leads
Fourth set.
4 games to 3.
Difficulties speeding the game up, and when I wanted to, I missed. When I came in, he passed me. So all in all, he said he made it very difficult for me. I think it was all reason to be upfront about it.
Okay.
He doesn't have to say he was jittering at times and tight. You know, he can give credit to Simon.
Love 15.
He doesn't have to be vulnerable for the public. Well, he knows, and I think most of us do know, he was vulnerable at stages today.
Definitely.
He
15
still is.
Yeah,
Robbie.
he's not out the woods.
Just look at his last shot, you know. You can see Novak realizing this is where he normally closes the match, you know, where he just puts the foot on the pedal and goes from there.
.76 unforced errors today for Novak. 39 from that forehand.
Oh, he's going to get to it easy. Yeah.
The hesitation coming forward is a result of plenty of great passing shots. He doesn't commit here fully. Look where he hits this half volley from. Should be closer to the net. Simon's done well again though.
Mr. Djokovic is challenging the ball. Left waistline, the ball's called in.
There was a bit of skiddage here. It's got a good chunk of the line is what my guess would be. Enough of it.
14-15. Mr. Djokovic has 2 challenges remaining.
What a return.
14-13.
Haven't seen him step and all that often. Take the bull by the horns, but he certainly did there.
What would be the winning tactic, I think, for Novak today is that he's going to have to do the same thing as what Seppi did to him in the 3rd round match. Just after you hit one good shot, stay a little closer to the baseline. Once again, he hits a decent shot.
Mr. Djokovic
Simon, but he
challenging the
stays
ball.
1 meter behind
Right
the
to the sideline.
baseline. And then most of the
Ball's called
balls
out.
Simon hits, when he's in that position, he hits it back cross court at about 60%, 70% length. And that next one you can take on early. And Novak is just challenging things, and it's more wishful thinking than
Cain, Simon.
really knowing that the ball got a bit of a line.
4 games all. Djokovic has 1
He's not
challenge
hitting
remaining.
harder today. He's just not feeling that ball the way he normally is. All caused by great tactic and great play of Gilles. Great running, great moving. But I think now it should be maybe more about taking the ball a little bit earlier.
For all.
Might push his footwork a little bit. Might push his eyesight a little bit.
across as if to say, how do you like
15
that?
love.
He's still cursing so loud. I mean, I won't translate what he just said, walking back, asking for balls at 15 love.
That's exquisite length.
30 love.
That's what he's got to do to get across Seymour. Been too many of those forehand winners today, Jaco.
No, total over almost 4 sets, is just around 20.
Twice as many unforced errors, though. 40 of those bad boys.
For
somebody who wants everything to be perfect. It's been a challenging afternoon so far. I think that takes a lot of energy out of him as well, being the one who wants to be so much in control of everything. It is not going your way.
30 all.
Draining you, basically.
Of course it does. Just when you think it's going to be an easy game at 30 love, excuse me, it's 2 unforced errors. Suddenly it's tough. More emotion involved now for Djokovic. And that saps a lot of energy out of you. Missed it.
13-40.
Well, a break point here to Gilles. It was 0 for 5 in this set. But given the mental status of Djokovic, don't give him too many because he's going to capitalize sooner or later.
Thank you.
Once again, when he has a break point, I wouldn't say it's an easy miss, but
he's been making those regularly throughout.
He was there. He had his racket, and he knows he's looking at his coach.
Should have put that back in play. Back to deuce.
You're fighting 3 opponents at this time. You know, you're fighting yourself, you're fighting your real opponent, and you're fighting your body. You know, it's 3 hours and 45 of running left to right, taking a physical beating, taking a mental beating.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
A little bit of wind down there. You can see Djokovic's shirt fluttering. Gets up from the challenger there. It's 5-4, he leads. this. 3 hours and 43 minutes to go. Giles Simon will be serving to level up this match against the world #1 at 2
Thank
sets
you.
apiece.
Ready for play now. Right, please. Fifteen minutes.
First couple of points early on. It was serving for a set and massive.
Out of frustration.
30-15.
It's the kind of injection of pace we're used to seeing. Combination of length and speed doing the damage. And his touch has let him down, not for the first time today.
Rob, he could have come up with any solution except a drop shot at this stage. He was hitting the ball well, as I said earlier, out of frustration, and then he comes up with a drop shot. It just gives it away again, and Simon now serving for the 4th set.
Thank you.
2
Right, please.
set points.
Thank you.
I think that drop shot has
40-30.
due to the fact that he doesn't want to come in because he's been crossed a fair few times now. I still think he's got to come in, keep asking that question rather than play the drop shot.
He doesn't have to come in to maybe play a volley, but he has to play closer to the baseline to be able to win distance. He's not putting the ball away from behind the baseline against Simon today. He gives you the creeps because you have a feeling you have to get closer to the line and do something special. And a few times he comes in from too far behind. You beat Simon by hitting the ball early, not harder.
Advantage Simon.
Third time lucky. Oh, come off it! What set point?
It's been probably the hardest second serve Simon hit. 150.
Right back at you.
Simon.
He's right in the rally. He is controlling the rally from being down in the first couple of shots, and then by the time he's able to convert and go from there, he gives it away just in a one shot.
But it doesn't want to come in, Jaco. That's the problem.
Thank
so
you.
He's stuck between a rock
Quiet,
and a hard
please.
place mentally. It's
Thank you.
fascinating to see because we never see it from him. Set point number 4.
And fourth set, Simon.
In the distance,
Fifth set, serve.
Simon wins the 4th set and exactly the hour mark. 6 games to 4.
In this final set, we do need a break. No tie break. Blistering forehand down the line. Very difficult one to control if you come in with such a high speed and then having to make sure that lob lands in front of the baseline.
Already anticipating it. Well measured. This time he does get enough elevation. Eyes down to the level of the ball. Technique.
That's well played. And that's the difference between hitting a drop shot or really coming in. It's just playing closer to that baseline. He doesn't have to come in. He will get a shot like this if he keeps on continuing to play the rally around the baseline and start playing from there. He doesn't have to hit that hard.
Well constructed point that was.
Please, please. Djokovic.
Just remember, 5th set's an advantage.
New ball,
No
please.
tiebreaker here.
First game, final set. Let us.
Yeah. From the oldest, well, I would say the newer school, I thought I'm a big fan of a 5th set tiebreaker. I think, and I'll tell you why. It's just my opinion that when you've been playing for 4 hours and some change, you know, it's been a great contest already. Let's finish it now, because so often when these matches go 14, 16, 18, the player who ends up winning has got no chance in the next round. So it's not like these guys have improved their fitness. The other thing that I make as part of my argument, why is it okay to beat somebody 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, but it's not okay to beat them 7-6 in the 5th?
I agree. You just like to see somebody really break down at the end in the 5th set.
Oh, that's
great
better.
Well executed, well prepared. I would just like to see all ATP events, which are just
15
best of
seconds.
3 tiebreak sets, and on Davis Cup and all the slams, the ITF regulated events, I would love to see tiebreak in all sets except the last. Makes it clear.
Clear as in uniform, because obviously a tiebreaker in the third also makes it clear.
30 all.
I just think, you know, you've had 4 hours to try and break the other person down, break their serve, whatever it might be, whatever your reasons are. Sport, can you almost never have a finish line, and tennis is one of the few. You know, soccer, you have a time limit, whatever else it might be, but potentially in our sport, a game might never finish because of the scoring system.
Really good setup in the beginning by Novak, but once again he's trying to go for too much from too far behind. This last shot, if he would have played this one 1 meter inside the baseline and he had the opportunity to do so, it wouldn't be pressing enough. He was inside the baseline. Obviously, it was a good lengthy shot from Madison, but he chose to move 3-4 steps back and trying to hit a winner 2.5-3 meters from behind the baseline.
Just my final thought on that fifth set tiebreaker. Having one, not having one. When is a fifth set tiebreaker ever not dramatic? I mean, it's always dramatic as far as I'm concerned. But for me, when a match starts to go on too long, I think it loses its drama, Jaco.
Come on.
Once you get
coming from a South African who played cricket for 5 days, it might end up being a draw.
That's why we've got T20 now. But, you know, I start to lose interest in a match when it goes 8 or 9 or I want to see an end to it. So I've laid my cards out on the table. Everything is instantaneous in sport these days. T20, everything's trying to be speeded up. Get new fans to our sport. Think about all these things.
Cain, Djokovic.
Respective 5-set records for both players.
Well, Novak has played so much tennis for such a long time, but has played 33 5-set matches so far, of which he won 25, and 28 total for Giles Simon, winning 18. Win percentage for Novak going into a fifth, about 75%, and about 65-66% to Gilles.
downside for Gilles, though. If we look a little further and we look specifically
15
here in Australia, here's a 7-2 win-loss record in 5-set matches. So those numbers increase even more.
He can deal with the heat usually very well. He's very fit. Very lanky. Not carrying a lot of weight.
So early on the fifth again, just to stay with Novak.
Well, if you do want to beat the #1 in the world, this is the way you have to do it, the way Gilles is doing it today. Very deep and hard return.
40-15. Get the ball, please.
He's doing it, but he's doing it when he's down love 40, where he thinks, okay, it doesn't matter what I do this game. And what Novak is going to try to have to do is find this mental commitment on what he's able to do when he's down and out, and he doesn't, sounds very direct for, but doesn't care anymore about that one game. This really had the commitment. That's where I wanted to finish. He's going to have to make a mental commitment to keep playing like that. Not when he's only down 40 love, but this has to be the general commitment to really win this match against Gilles. If he's not capable of doing so, it's going to be an awful long fight in this fifth set, and he might actually lose it.
Advantage. Djokovic.
A seamless, easy game, being up 40 love. Novak just hitting a couple of big shots just to see, okay, if it's going well, it's great. If not, I'll go and serve again. All the way to breakpoint being down.
Jannik Sinner.
That would be a real dagger in the heart for Sinner after being well in control on serve. In the blink of an eye.
3-1.
Djokovic gets the break. Wow. Didn't see that coming. I mean, we haven't seen a lot coming today.
Oh, we said we saw a long afternoon coming when Gilles comes on court. That has happened.
Yep. joke with a lot of people that of all the players I've commentated on in the last 10 years, I've lost the most hours of my life because of Giles Simon. 8 nights in Indian Wells, Miami, Madrid, Rome, you name it.
He's coming in and he's playing from the baseline. That's why he could just make it one extra step. Then for the volley, just be a little bit higher so he can stick it.
It's good technique. Oh yes, that's more like it. Agassi invented it, Djokovic perfected it.
Exactly the thing Novak was doing in the game before. So he's hoping maybe if I do it at this point, I might bring back.
Miracles this time from Simon. Is against the wall. Sands of time are running out.
And at least make Novak think another time, because a few moments Novak was really thinking about the match. He was struggling. And if he's going to end up here with another break, then it will be down and out for the Frenchman.
Simon serving 1-4 in the 5th.
Now, after he hit that great deep shot, Novak stayed inside the baseline and didn't wait 1 meter behind. Just enough so Gilles can't get his forehand, his racket around enough to make the ball land inside the court.
This one right there would have taken the risk. There he is looking back at it. Chances of him winning the point from there are very small, so why not risk the call being out? Novak definitely raised the level of his play. Definitely playing with more authority. in this first set, taking it earlier, prepared to come in a little bit more.
Thank you.
2 break points.
Fault.
Challenge.
Challenge call left near sideline.
Yeah.
Was called out.
Ramos shouldn't react on the hand. Novak raced after that first serve.
Second serve.
They were both right.
Double break now, and
Djokovic leads 5-4.
we can switch out the lights. This party is almost over, but it's been 4 hours and 17 minutes of good entertainment. Giles Simon has got a lot of respect from the locals, but it's Novak Djokovic serving for the match.
And this time, I like the drop shot because he played it from a good moment. But that Simon is so fast. He's still so quick.
Just looking out this commentary box of ours, and everybody around just smiles all over their face. Thoroughly entertained by the Frenchman.
Love 30.
A double break, was a costly double break there, Robbie.
Well, we said it at the time, didn't we? That added insurance is it's a real luxury to have. You pointed it out as well. So important for him just to stay within touching distance, loom large in the rear-view mirror of Djokovic. Let him know you're there.
Actually going to make the last one and we go to love 40. Because we shouldn't forget, Novak's been struggling with himself for 4 hours, and just showing this commitment and just showing this attitude only in maybe in the last, besides the first 10 minutes, in the last 20 minutes. And for some reason, if it gets close and something strange happens, he might start thinking about these 4 hours before.
He's made it.
Simon.
He's going to challenge him. If he made it, it might have touched a little bit because it looked more wide than good to me. Jannik's giving it a smile, why not?
Well, as Hawkeyes say, that's all that matters. Oh, he's out! He gets to fight. Another one.
15-14. Thank you. Please.
2 break points for the Frenchman now.
It's a bit of the story for this afternoon there, Robbie, once again on this point. He's made too many errors when he had a chance to convert straight for a break point or an easy win in his own service game. But now he's going to have to use this one. Look for this 3 for 17.
Thank you.
Everyone has been tested in every department.
Forehand's
been all over the show today.
This frame of mind that has been there for a while, it can come back. Now it's only just a error just on itself, but if we see 3 or 4 more coming like this, he starts to walk back again.
It's a match like this, due to Simon's credibility in the locker room, Jaco.
It sounds very harsh, but not much. Everybody knows he's capable of that's why he's ranked so high. That's why he's been in top 10, you know, that's why he's still ranked 15 in the world. It will really improve if he beats him today.
15-13.
When you consider that this guy's been beating the best players in the world easily, nobody's been coming close to winning sets off him. You don't think the performance today from Simon gives him some big props?
Of course it gives him big props, but it will give him huge props and a big difference if he wins. He's beaten the number 1 player in the world twice already, but it was in 2008, 2009 he did it, and then after that he lost 5 times against the current number 1. And you want to change these statistics, the same statistic as he's 0 for 9 in the last 9 matches against Novak. It's not so much for the credibility to your other players, but to yourself that you have to do it. You have to win. Oh,
Simon,
he's challenging it. Ooh.
Left baseline, the ball's called in.
It's a tough one, that one on the baseline. You can never see the other side of the ball as it skidded and caught a piece of the line.
But he was also there, Robbie, and he was capable of hitting a normal shot. But if he's making a mistake, in which I think, I knew he did, he's down match point.
13-14. Simon has 1 challenge remaining.
Making an unforced error. Wow. After 4 hours and 26 minutes of high-octane tennis, match point Djokovic.
Already on 2 opportunities in this last rally. Let's get the crowd involved. Let's get emotion involved. Once again, it helps the Frenchman.
Djokovic.
shot.
And width. Second match point for Novak. For the knockout punch. Sinner is still bopping and weaving. He's got to make Djokovic serve it out. For everybody here, and Rod Laver wants to see. Boy, if they got their money's worth.
Djokovic,
No call again.
Right baseline.
What are you thinking now?
What's
You got
called?
them all right.
Well, that was a last one, and Novak turned around so quickly and being so sure that you would almost think it's going to be out, but the ball really was slow. It came back down quicker than you thought. And no, it's just
His head because again he wants Carlos Ramos to step in and help him.
Thank you.
He's left all the burden on the shoulders of the players today.
Please. Advantage Simon.
everything that has happened today in this match. You can't train for that. You can hardly train for that.
Raise your bet, son. 100 unforced errors from Djokovic. Giles Simon has asked one more question.
5 games to 3.
Already the fact that we're seeing 100 unforced errors for Novak, I think we've witnessed history.
A different kind of history.
I don't think it has ever happened, 100 unforced errors for Novak in one match, and I don't think it's going to ever happen again.
He's got a chance to put this match to bed right now on his own serve.
That's brilliant right here. Perfect 1-2 combination, but ball is still coming back.
Enormous relief when you see that eventually land long.
So afraid making a mistake in your judgment because you're so emotional and tired. Two points away from victory. So close, can still be so far away.
That's the great Billie Jean King once said, champions find a way. Djokovic has had to dig awfully deep. And he's got 3 match points in a row. He's done it!
Djokovic. 6-3, 6-7, 6-4, 4-6, 6-3.
Incredible contest. Giles Simon has thrown everything at the best player on the planet.